Let us start exercise 1.4 NCERT CBSE class 10th exercise 1.4 real number. Question number 1. Without actual performing the long division, state whether the following rational number will have a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. You see, first of all, we will see the denominator part. Without, we have to not divide it. You see the 13 upon 3125. This 3125 can be expressed in the form of 5 raised to power 5. And if you want to just express it, so just you multiply and divide 2 raised to power 5 and 2 raised to power 5 in the denominator part as well as the numerator part. So as you get 2 raised to power 5 and 5 raised to power 5, it will indicate that the terminating decimal expansion. Similarly here also, second part, 17 by 8. Now it can be expressed in the form of 2 raised to power 3. So here itself indicates that it is a terminating decimal expansion. Because if we are having the factor of 2 denominator, when the denominator or q can be expressed in the form of 2 and its power it be non-zero, non-negative number. So here also we can have the opinion about this, that it would be the terminating decimal expansion. And further, if you want to convert it into decimal part, it will help you later on in next question also. So what I have done here, that 5 raised to power 3 here, and in the numerator and denominator I have multiplied. Now proceed to the question number, third part of the question number 1, that is 64 divided by 455. So you see the denominator, it has been having the prime factor, that is 5 into 7 into 13. So in addition to 5, there are other prime factor, that is 7 and 13. So itself indicate that it is non-terminating but recurring or repeating decimal. Now proceed to the fourth part, 15 upon 1600. This 1600 can be expressed in the form of 2 raised to power 6, 5 raised to power 2. So as you have the denominator or q which can be expressed in the prime factors of 2 and 5, then it will be terminating. Now 29 upon 343. Now this 343 can be expressed in the form of 7 raised to power 3. It is cube of 7. So it is non-terminating and recurring or repeating number or decimal expansion. 23 upon 2 raised to power 3 and 5 raised to power 2. So you see in the denominator part, or the q can be expressed in the prime factors, prime factorization 2 and 5. So straightway, if you are having only 2 or 5 or both, we can straightway say that it is a terminating expansion, decimal expansion. Now you see 129 upon 2 raised to power 5, 5 raised to power 7 and 7 raised to power 5. So in addition to 2 and 5, we are having the 7 also. As we see that any other number other than 2 and 5, 7 is a prime factor also, is present there. So straightway you can say that non-terminating and recurring decimal expansion. 6 upon 15. This is the 6. This is in the denominator part, 3 into 5, that is 15. I have multiplied by 2 and divided by 2, multiplied by 2 as well as divided by 2. So it just indicating that it is a terminating. because this 6 can cancel by 3. If 3 being not cancelled at that time, it will be non-terminating but recurring. Now here 35 by 50. This can be expressed 35 by 2 into 5 raised to power 2. 35 into 2 divided by 2 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 2. So it is terminating because we are having both 2 and 5. Now proceed to the 10th part of the question number 1. That is 77 divided by 210. The prime factors of 210 will be 3 into 7 into 2 into 5. So in addition to 2, 5, we are having other prime factor, that is 3 and 7. So don't think too much, just straightway say that it is a non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion. Now proceed to the question number 2, which states that write down the decimal expansion of those rational number in question number 1 above which have terminating decimal expansion. Now you see, which are having the terminating decimal expansion? The first part. Now the first part I have solved here. 13 into 2 raised to power 5 divided by 2 raised to power 5 into 5 raised to power 5. So I have included it in one bracket 2 into 5 raised to power 5 and multiplied it. So we are getting the 416 upon 10 raised to power 5. So just to put the 0 decimal point here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal point. Now you see the second part of the above question, that is 17 into 5 raised to power 3 divided by 2 into 5 whole raised to power 3. So the denominator is 10 raised to power 3. So just multiply it, upper part means numerator part, solve it. So you will get 2125 divided by 1000. Ultimately you will get the answer 2.125. Now fourth part. You see fourth part, it is also terminating. Here I have already mentioned this is in the denominator part, the power of 2 is 6 and 2. Power of 2 is 6 and 5 का power कितना है 2 है. So which question was this? Fourth part. Yes, fourth part here. 15 upon 2 raised to power 6, 5 raised to power 2. So you see, I have multiplied it by 5 raised to power 4 and 5 raised to power 4 in the numerator and as well as in denominator, so that 2 and 5 will have the same power. In order to make the power of 2 and 5 should be equal, so that we can combine both and to make it 10. So 10 raised to power 6. Multiplied the numerator part, you will get 9375 whole divided by 10 raised to power 6. So you see, after from right hand side we will proceed to the left side, count it for 6 digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, put the decimal here and this will be the answer. Now proceed the sixth part of the above question, that is question number 1. So 23 into 5 raised to power 1 divided by 2 raised to power 3, 5 raised to power 3. Now you see here the power of 2 is 3, 5 is 3. I have combined it and put the power 3. So it will become 1000. So in the numerator we will get 115. So 115. So put the decimal after 3. You see 1, 2, 3. So 0.115. Now you see question number 8th part of the above question, that is 6 into 2 divided by 3 into 5 into 2. So you can cancel this 6 with the help of 3. 3 to the 6. So 2 into 2, 4. and 5 to the 10. So 4 divided by 10, it will become 0.4. This will be the answer. Now the ninth part of the question number 1, that is 35 by 50, which can be expressed in the form I have written, that 35 into 2 divided by 2 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 2. So ultimately 70 divided by 10 raised to power 2. So just you put 2 decimal after 2 digit from the right to left. So 1, 2. So answer will be 0.7. This will be the answer. Now question number 3. You see the question number 3, the following real numbers have decimal expansion as given below. In each case, decide whether they are rational or not. If they are rational and of the form P by Q, what can you say about the prime factors of the Q? You see, 43.12345678 Now we are having the these decimal points are having the digit, finite numbers of digits are there. So we can say that it is a terminating part. So here it is a terminating decimal expansion. Hence the prime factor of the Q or denominator will be either 2 or 5 or both only. Now second part, 0.1201201200001240 and so on. So here we are saying that neither it is repeating nor terminating. So such numbers are known as irrational numbers. Here I have mentioned here decimal expansion neither terminating nor repeating. Therefore it is irrational number. Now the third part, that is 43.12345678 above bar means it keep on repeating. Bar indicate that these digits will keep on repeating. So it is non-terminating but repeating. Therefore non-terminating but repeating, that is also a rational number. Here the decimal expansion is non-terminating but recurring, in bracket I have mentioned repeating. Therefore it is rational number P by Q, where Q denominator will have prime factors other than 2 and 5. That is it may be 3, 7, 11, 13 and so on. That's all.